Probably not smart to put granola in your mouth before a press conference. This might take a while.
The crunchy kind, not the chewy kind. So
Yeah, I didn't realize how dry that was going to be.
Yeah, a little dry.
Well, I thought our team, we've been really talking about playing with a ton more energy the last few days. And I really thought our team played with tremendous energy really throughout the game. We had a little bit of lull on offense, which has happened to us down the stretch. You sort of get that weird feeling. But I really think the story of the game was our ability to play with that much energy for 40 minutes. We didn't play with Malik really much of the second half on purpose. I thought Darius had his best game since I've been coaching him, not just on offense. I think sometimes you equate, hey, the ball goes in, so you're doing everything right. But he's really been locked in on the defensive end the last 3 games. He's made a difference for our team. But it's really good to see a guy that puts in the time and he has confidence from 3. He's a really good shooter, and sometimes you get perplexed why he goes 1 for 4 from 3. But it was really good to see him knock the shots in that he did today. I thought we did a really good job on Amir Sims, who I think is a very unique challenge at the 5 position. I give Steve a lot of credit, Malik a lot of credit, Dwayne when he played the undersized 5 role. And then we had different guys on him because we switched at times that had to battle him in the post from our perimeter players. And they did all a really good job because I think it starts with how he plays and what they run. And they love to slip ball screens. And I think Coach Mike made a huge point to our team of not giving up any slips. There were a few games earlier in the year where they got 6, 7, 8 slips in the game for layups. And we didn't give up 1 today. And I think when you do that, you really show that you're paying attention to the details. So that, you combine that with our energy and the way we shared the ball, I thought that was a really good game for our team.
They took over 60% of their shots from 3. Did you guys dictate that to them? Do you think was it a point of emphasis to keep them out of the lane?
I don't. Well, it always is. But I would tell you that they are a team that shoots an awful lot of them. 38, I think, is high for them. When you get down 15, 18, 20 points in the second half, I think you're going to take the cleanest, quickest look you can. But no, we felt like because they shoot it from all 5 positions, Amir Sims will shoot it from the 5, that it really starts with dribble penetration and not allowing the ball in the lane so that your defenders are a little bit better positioned to challenge shots or not allow them to get them off.
Does Darius kind of feed off it when he, hitting one shot after the next, or what was working for him specifically today?
I think as any player, sees a couple go in, they gain a lot of confidence. But what I like is the last couple games, Darius hasn't really tied his defensive energy and toughness and readiness to how the ball's going in or the amount of shots that he's getting. And that's a sign of a mature player, more mature than he was a year ago. But it's great. I'd love to see a guy like DP, knock one in after the other. He's a good shooter. I keep saying that, and he showed it tonight.
Coach, it seemed like your team did an exceptional job until that last flurry, keeping Clemson off the offensive backboards. Is that conceptually what you want, is to kind of force that tough shot and then get the rebound?
It's for anybody we play. Their field goal percentage as a team was awfully low. If you can limit them to getting one shot, and that puts more pressure on their first shot. But you're right. We were a little bit smaller, because we didn't play Malik in the last, 12 minutes of the game or so. So we had Dwayne at the 5 for a long time. And that presents challenges because when Dwayne is guarding Sims and he goes dribble, handoff, or ball screen, we'll switch. And so now you have a smaller player that's guarding on a block out, their best offensive rebounder. So he didn't get them all. But, we didn't finish the job in that area. But again, I give Clemson a lot of credit. I told our guys at halftime that we are not playing a team that's going to fold its tent. That is not who Clemson is. They're very well coached. Their kids play hard, and I was really excited to watch our guys come out of halftime knowing that and actually increasing the lead in the first 4 minutes.
Chris, you had talked yesterday about wanting in the back about Samuel Williamson being more aggressive offensively. Was that more what you wanted to see today?
I just think Sam's getting better. Defense prevented him from being on the floor in longer stretches earlier. I think he's regained his confidence on the offensive end. Tough moment for him there right at the end of the half, but You know, he's offensive rebounding. He's got a great pull-up game. He, you know, can finish around the rim. He hit that floater in the second half. And we run some stuff for him. And he's just going to continue to get better and better. But what I'm most pleased about is where he's grown on the defensive end, which he had no idea what he was doing when he got here.
Darius told us a few weeks ago that he was a better shooter than he had shown, and you obviously have confidence in him. Was there anything he was doing technically that may have contributed to his low numbers?
No, I don't think so. I think, you know, we have a team that has a lot of guys that are capable of doing things on the offensive end, and, you know, not every night is it going to be your night. Certain teams are going to take things away from our team. I do think that it's a little bit harder to get yourself going when you only maybe get 3-4 shot attempts in the game. And so, you know, that's sort of where Darius is at times. But, you know, tonight, our ability to pass and make the right play and the ball getting sprayed around was really fun to watch. We got to continue that. And whether Darius becomes a recipient of that, Tim, or Jordan, or Dwayne, the teams that can really go far don't really care who's the end, you know, who gets the end reward. But, you know, found Darius tonight. I was really happy to see him so confident knocking shots down.
Sims just 1 of 7 from the field. How were you able to defend him so effectively?
I think we did it as a team. I think Steve started us off and took the personal challenge. You know, you have to guard him just as effectively and just as well around the basket as you do on the perimeter. And I think that's hard for Steve. You know, basically what he sees every game, Danielle, is a guy around the basket. And although we try to simulate it, and I thought Jalen Withers, our redshirt freshman, did a phenomenal job of playing that role this week. I mean, there were a couple times where he was cooking a few of our guys in practice. And so it was good to see that Steve stepped up to the challenge. But anytime a guy doesn't have a great night, I think it's a little bit of everything. You know, he probably would tell you I didn't play very well. I think our defense, you know, primarily the guy guarding him did a great job, but I also think that we crowded him when he caught the ball in the post. And when he caught the ball in the perimeter, I thought our guys, you know, tightened the floor up on him.
Coach, it seemed like the last couple of games there's been a couple of opportunities for you guys to get the ball to Jordan Wara in a post-up, man. It seemed like he was really strong going to the basket, drawing fouls. How important is that for him to continue to develop that to kind of, you know, complement his shooting?
Really important. You know, a lot of teams are choosing to put a 6'2" guy on him. And, you know, it's not just as simple as like, okay, we'll just put him under the basket. I know, you know, people think that, but that's not how Jordan has ever really played. And so we've really worked hard, you know, in the last few weeks, but we worked hard over the summer and getting him to slow down and getting to a spot without pushing off with that off arm or hooking a guy, and being able to space the floor in a way that makes it very, very easy for him if he does get doubled or tripled. So if teams are going to choose to do that, he's got to make them pay by getting to a spot and shooting over the top of them and offensive rebounding, which he did in the last game. He had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds, not so much tonight, but we're going to use him in any way we can because he's such a threat.
Anything else? Anyone?
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Back with Darius and Samuel.